Behind every soaring empire often lies an unsung architect, a force shaping its foundations far from the spotlight. This is the story of Eleanor Vance, a brilliant strategist whose intellect and relentless dedication built a tech giant from the ground up. Her journey reveals a stark truth about ambition, partnership, and the price of unseen labor. Our story begins in 2003 in a cramped San Francisco apartment, the incubator for what would become Kronos Dynamics. Eleanor Vance, a software engineer with an MBA, and Julian Thorne, a charismatic visionary, shared a singular, audacious dream. They aimed to revolutionize cloud-based data management for small and medium-sized businesses. Eleanor was the operational backbone, transforming Julian's grand visions into tangible realities. While Julian charmed early investors with his pitches, it was Eleanor who meticulously crafted the business plans and managed their lean initial team. She often coded late into the night, perfecting the core Kronos platform. Their partnership was a symbiosis forged in the fires of ambition and extreme sacrifice. Both maxed out personal credit cards, collectively accumulating over $150,000 in debt to keep Kronos Dynamics afloat. They ate instant noodles, slept on air mattresses, and worked 18-hour days, driven by an unshakable belief. Their first major breakthrough arrived in 2005. Eleanor's detailed projections and product roadmap secured a crucial $500,000 seed funding round from Horizon Ventures. This lifeline allowed them to move into a modest office in the booming Soma district, expanding their small but dedicated team. Eleanor's unique strength lay in her ability to foresee scalability challenges and architect solutions before they became crises. She designed Kronos's robust server infrastructure and patented key data compression algorithms, ensuring the platform could handle exponential growth. These were crucial IP assets. By 2007, Kronos Dynamics landed its first major client, a national retail chain with over 500 locations. This pivotal win, largely secured by Eleanor's diligent product demonstrations and service guarantees, validated their entire business model. It was the proof of concept they desperately needed. The company began attracting top talent, drawn by the vision Julian articulated and the efficient, structured environment Eleanor had cultivated. Employees frequently cited Eleanor's clarity and decisive leadership as key to their productivity and the company's cohesive culture. She was the anchor. In 2009, Kronos Dynamics secured a series of funding round of $5 million from Nexus Capital. The infusion of capital allowed aggressive expansion and product development. Julian's public profile grew, often appearing at industry conferences, lauded as the visionary CEO. Yet, behind the scenes, Eleanor remained the indispensable engine. She managed all product development cycles, oversaw engineering teams, and rigorously controlled financial expenditures. Julian might have been the face, but Eleanor held the blueprint, making sure every gear turned smoothly. Their dynamic was one of true partnership, a complementary force where weaknesses were offset by strengths. Everyone within Kronos knew that without Eleanor's strategic mind and operational prowess, Julian's grand ideas would have remained just that, ideas. Their bond seemed unbreakable. As the decade turned, Kronos Dynamics stood on the precipice of exponential growth, poised to dominate the cloud data market. The world was about to hear a lot more about Julian Thorne, but few would ever truly grasp the depth of Eleanor Vance's contribution to the empire taking shape. By 2014, Kronos Dynamics reached its zenith, achieving a monumental initial public offering on Nasdaq, valued at a staggering $3 billion. Julian Thorne, now a tech celebrity, graced the covers of Forbes and Bloomberg, hailed as a titan of innovation. The world saw his face. Eleanor remained largely out of sight. Eleanor Vance transitioned into the roles of Chief Operating Officer and Head of Product. Her responsibilities grew, overseeing thousands of employees and managing a global product roadmap. She was still hands-on, but her work became more strategic, less publicly visible than Julian's globetrotting engagements. Kronos Dynamics expanded aggressively, opening offices in Dublin, Singapore, and Sao Paulo. The employee count surged from 50 in 2009 to over 1,500 by 2016. This rapid growth was a testament to the robust operational frameworks Eleanor had painstakingly implemented since the very beginning. Julian's public persona began to eclipse their shared history. He attended exclusive events like Davos and the World Economic Forum, often speaking about his vision for the future. The narrative subtly shifted, attributing Kronos' success almost solely to his individual genius. Eleanor started noticing subtle shifts. She was increasingly excluded from high-profile media engagements, even those discussing product development, her domain. Julian would make key strategic decisions, sometimes unveiled during public speeches, without her full input or prior discussion. In 2017, a new star emerged within Kronos Dynamics, Clara Dubois. At just 28, she was a rising force in digital marketing, hired as the new global head of marketing. Brilliant, ambitious, and undeniably captivating, Clara quickly caught Julian's eye, both professionally and personally. Julian's personal life began to reflect his professional distance from Eleanor. Fewer shared appearances, a growing froideur in their interactions, even at company events. Employees whispered about the CEO's increasing detachment from his longtime partner and co-founder. The strain was palpable. By 2018, Kronos Dynamics reached a staggering $10 billion valuation. The company was an undeniable success story, but internally, the foundation of its leadership was fraying. The shared dream that had once bound Eleanor and Julian together was slowly, painfully, unraveling. Eleanor, despite her foundational role and title as COO, felt increasingly isolated. Her voice in executive meetings seemed less impactful, often overridden by Julian's singular vision. The partnership, once a source of strength, was now a hollow echo in the cavernous halls of their empire. Insiders noted that Julian frequently met with Clara Dubois, ostensibly for work, but their private meetings grew in frequency and duration. Projects Eleanor initiated often found themselves redirected or deprioritized in favor of initiatives championed by Clara. The power dynamics were shifting dramatically. Julian, now a global figure, seemed almost resentful of Eleanor's quiet, indispensable presence. He craved complete ownership of the narrative, a vision of himself as the sole progenitor of Kronos Dynamics. Eleanor, the quiet architect, was becoming an inconvenient truth. The stage was set for an inevitable collision. Rumors began to swirl through Silicon Valley about Julian's new direction for Kronos Dynamics, and, more pointedly, about his personal life. A major announcement was clearly on the horizon, one that would irrevocably alter the landscape of their shared empire and their personal futures. In February 2019, the tech world braced itself for the news. Julian and Eleanor Thorne announced their separation, framing it publicly as an amicable, mutual decision after decades together. The statement was brief, corporate, and conspicuously devoid of any warmth or shared history. The public largely accepted the narrative, albeit with a tinge of sadness for the long-standing power couple. But just 3 months later, the true nature of the amicable separation was sensationally revealed. Julian Thorne stepped out publicly with Clara Dubois, confirming their new relationship. The revelation sent shockwaves through the industry and ignited a media frenzy. Clara Dubois was 29 at the time. Eleanor Vance was 54. The age gap and the swift timing fueled speculation and outrage, painting Julian as the quintessential tech bro who replaced his wife with someone half her age. Public sympathy overwhelmingly shifted towards Eleanor Vance. Media outlets detailed her foundational role at Kronos Dynamics, highlighting how she had built the company from scratch alongside Julian. The narrative of her immense, often unseen, contributions finally began to emerge. The divorce proceedings transformed into a high-stakes legal battle. Eleanor, unwavering, fought for her equitable share, asserting her co-founder status and the undeniable value of her contributions. Her legal team meticulously compiled evidence, documenting every step of her involvement. They presented early emails, co-signed loan documents, Eleanor's original product roadmaps, and detailed financial models she authored. This evidence proved invaluable in demonstrating her pivotal role, not merely as a supportive wife, but as a primary architect of the multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Public opinion, fueled by relentless media coverage, swung heavily in Eleanor's favor. Kronos Dynamics stock experienced a noticeable dip amidst the scandal, reflecting investor concern over the public relations fallout and the integrity of its leadership. Julian's image was severely tarnished. After nearly a year of contentious negotiations, the settlement was finally reached. Eleanor secured a reported $2.5 billion, a testament to her undeniable stake in the company she helped build. She also retained significant voting rights on certain corporate matters, ensuring her legacy endured. This wasn't just a financial victory, it was a vindication of her life's work. Eleanor Vance's story became a powerful cautionary tale for women in business, highlighting the critical importance of formalizing partnerships and ensuring proper recognition for unseen labor. Rather than fade away, Eleanor Vance embarked on a vibrant new chapter. In 2021, she established Vance Initiatives, a venture capital firm dedicated to investing in and mentoring female-founded tech startups. Her mission: to ensure other women would not face the same fight for recognition.